You're here. Well, where would you be? It's Wednesday night. It is Wednesday's guitar class, live from a very spring feeling Huddersfield today. Yes, so the title of this video is Emotional Guitar. To be honest, it's sad chords. What we're going to do, what we're going to call it, is emotional because it's minor. We're dealing with minor today, guys. That's what we're going to do. We're dealing with the minor key, and the minor key is the sad key, and sad's emotional, isn't it? So, I figured that's what I call it. I call today's live stream the emotional chords lesson. Now, Mrs. Ricky was made me aware. Oh, hang on, there it is. Mrs. Ricky made me aware that I have touched on this before last year at some point. But as you know, if you know what happens in these guitar lessons, then what happens is I like to take lessons from the book and I like to mix them with other ones. So today we have, and I'm sure Mrs. Ricky will be just putting some gubbins in the old chat here. If you're in the live chat here, guys, if you're in the live chat, give the video, give it a wallop a like on this, because let me just navigate my way to the chat. Oh, I can see it's there. Make sure that and I'm sure Mrs. Ricky will. Yeah, there. I can hear myself. There we go. Superb. We are rocking and rolling. That's what it was that didn't look the same. I tell you that sometimes Ecamm, it's a pain sometimes just getting it set up. So, yeah, so we're touching on a couple of lessons from the book today. So what we've got is, we're going to do this one, okay? We're going to do compound thirds in the key of E minor. It sounds terribly complicated, but it couldn't be further from the truth. This is the easiest thing ever, and that is lesson 41, page 47, for those of you who have the book. And we're also going to dig into the 5 pentatonic box patterns. Now the thing is, I have a different way of looking at the 5 pentatonic box patterns. Well, this is one way. I actually see it in a few different ways, but this is the interesting way that I wanted to show you. And this is an easy way of breaking it down into 2 chunks. You can break every pentatonic box down into 2 chunks, called what I call the 3 and 2 method. So we're going to dig into that as well. But the idea is, we can't have emotional guitar if we don't play chords and we don't play scales as well. And when I mean scales, I mean a bit of lead and stuff like that. So that's the idea. That's the idea today. Let me just put this. I've got lots of gubbins going on here. I've got this. You might notice there's a change in the audio as well, guys, because I've got the THR going straight into it, and I'm just controlling my sounds here with the air step. Great little piece of kit is that air step. Absolutely wonderful. So especially with the THR. So that's what we're going to do today, guys. We're going to do that. Now the thing is, I haven't put my I haven't put my timer on, have I? Look, there we go. I'll put this on. I'll put it on now. I've done a bit of waffle already. So what I'll do is I will come into the chat here and just have a little nosy and see. Oh, see where we are. Where's that going? There's nothing going on. Where is it? All right. Okay. Are we a little bit confused as to what's going on time wise? Right. Let's have a look. Where are we at? Where do we normally go from here? So that's what I was saying. So if you haven't got the book, that's what I was going to say. If you haven't got the book, yeah, and you wanted to know where these lessons come from, well, it's from my book that I wrote in 2022. They're here. Yeah, you can find more information on the book there. It's available in spiral-bound paperback and also digital download. If you get the digital download, the videos for all 80 lessons. 80 lessons in the book, guys. 80 lessons. They're all in the Fretboard Fraternity. Now, what the heck is the Fretboard Fraternity? Well, the Fretboard Fraternity is a community, a free online guitar community I set up for you guys and for me. I've had enough of Facebook squashing all my messages and everything else like that. I can't tell what anybody has said to me, because it doesn't deliver it. It throttles all the communications. I don't know why it does that in groups. It's silly. I get it for pages, but not in groups. So that's what I'm saying. Fretboard fraternity. Join the fretboard fraternity. We share pictures. It's really, really cool. There's a lot of fret heads in here who have joined the fretboard fraternity. And also, it would be remiss of me to not tell you that we've got PDF Club. PDF Club is basically, it's like the book on steroids. It's all my PDFs from the lessons, and it's the only way to get the PDFs for Wednesday night guitar lessons here with me. Yes, so if you want I've got paper here, I've got pen, I've got the overhead camera. I'm going to do some pen and paper stuff. I'll be drawing out diagrams. So I'll be putting these out here. If you want those, the only place to get that is in PDF Club. I'm going to be putting the price up for PDF Club up soon as well, just to put that out there, guys. So if you are a member of the Fretboard Fraternity already, then you can click on in there and it's already discounted. But it will be going up very soon, the price of that, just because operating costs, guys, you know. It's the world we live in. Everything's going up. Yes. It's it. Well, this is the thing. That's what it is. Right. So, anyhow, we've got the main three things there out of the way. Let's just also, I can see there's something going on here. I think we have a birthday here. I saw something that said happy birthday to Marcel. We'll get there. We'll get there when we get there. But we'll say hello to everybody. I'm not going to go through everything because it takes half an hour to tell everybody's names and everything else like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and use this. We're going to try and stick to this today. Yeah, that's the countdown. And when that countdown's run down, then that's when the lesson starts. So get your guitar out, get your pen and paper out, get your cup of tea as well, all that stuff. We all need that. So I'm going to say hello in the chat. And also, like I say, I've seen a birthday. So let's have a look. Graham Penfold is in. He's the first one in the chat. Eager Beaver. Make sure you all up the like, guys. Winston Moy is in Dallas. Telefunken 12AX7. Those are valves, you know. Those 12AX7. Those are valves that go in old amps. I've got some of those. I've got an old Vox 1963 combo and a 63 head that I got from a second-hand shop. There's a whole story about that. So then it's got those in mallards, which is ducks. I know it's weird. Dem Ravens think this is all Ricky's psyops. Who else found themselves with guitar in hand and a sudden 30 minutes? Ooh, I like that. I like that idea. You practice before you come to your lesson. Oh, that's brilliant, is that? Oh, right, okay. Well, I've caught you out. And then Mrs. Ricky's put a poll in, I think. Have you? Is that what you've done? You've put a poll in there to see if we should be starting earlier or later. Who thinks I'll run over? Oh, she's harsh. She's harsh. This lady's... Oh, crikey. Right, well, there you go. So every 85% right, okay, it's on, game on now. Right, okay, then let's go. Randy Smith, I could go through this really quick now and be done in 5 minutes now, but that's not the point. Randy Smith, all present and accounted for. Doug Fuller is in the chat. Wingo, hey y'all, flippers for arms. Hi Ricky at home from work, feeling poorly but able to watch for the first time in Brighton. Oh, it's getting nice down in Brighton down there. Flippers for arms, we like that. But we don't like that you're feeling poorly, but it's good that you're watching. We appreciate that. Let's have a look. Jerry Linden in Sweden, the analog kid. Hey up y'all. That's a right mix, isn't it there? The Robin Tate, hi everyone. Dan Bailey, hello all from Franklin, Tennessee. John Steer from Austin. Let's have a look. Onno van Leersum, hello everyone from Holland. Michael Burke, A-up muckers, A-up. Lawrence O, A-up. Michael Burke liked, well done there, thank you very much. Mark Carter from Birmingham, Alabama. That's it. We have a Birmingham here. I think we might be the original Birmingham though. Richard Grissom. There's a lot of Birminghams that I seem to understand in America. If that's the case, it might be. Am I under that correct understanding, or is it like Jackson's? So let's have a look. Bakersfields. That's the one. There's loads of Bakersfields in America. I think that's a peculiarity. We don't have loads of them. Do you have a London? Do you have a London in America? And do you have a and I know you have a Moscow. Yeah, so there you go. So Anton, hi Ricky and all. Thunder Ace, my OG in the chat. David Doty, hello everyone. Sanity from my sanity top up. Wayne Johnson from Cowtown. Yeah, yep, got me. Dark Agent in the house. Matt Cochran. Eyup from Kent. And let's say working it. Ryan, a little emoji. Vicky DeMeo, Eyup Vicky. Nice to see you in the chat. David Boy is in the chat. We've got Phil James in the chat. He's staying for a while and taking Mrs. James out for an anniversary evening. She's a very lucky woman, isn't she? She is. You should tell her. You should tell her how lucky a woman she is, Phil. Just tell her. I'd make all evening, the whole evening, just tell her. Just say, you're really lucky you are to have me. Kai, see how you get on with that. Kai, thought it was 6:30 start. Is the boss late? No, not late. Just, we said 7 o'clock. We had some important business, but needless to say, we don't have football on at the previous times. So let's have a look. That was only for the last 2 weeks. And Brian Gable in Hereford, UK. Rattlesnake Roy is in the chat. Jeff Honor, Eyup all from Merseyside. Stuart Smith. Ken Webb in Chicago. Red Walrus, TM. Trademarked that, have you? NC52. Is that on the NC52? Is that the Star Trek thing? I don't know. I don't know what that is. It might be. Araman 3048. I'll say it in Yorkshire there. 3048. That's in English. We've got Rob K in the Netherlands. Annex in the chat as well. Right on time. And we've got Marcel LeBlanc. This is the one. Marcel is in Quebec and it's 4 degrees C, light rain, no snow. Well, that's good to see. Richard Shields, Eyup. Let's have a look. MZ is in the chat. Who else? Nancy Parsons. Nice to see you in the chat here, Nancy. I haven't seen you for a little while. Were you there last week? I don't know. Can't remember. I've slept since then. Let's have a look. Angus McDonald. Matt Cochran. Give them a like, will you? Lawrence, first time live on in ages. Account of several weeks of travel afar. Still in catch-up mode. Travel afar sounds exotic. We like travel. It's how you broaden your horizons. Oh, we've got Brenda. Brenda Murphy. Hi, Brenda. Nice to see you in the chat. We haven't had you around. Definitely haven't had you around for a while. Nice to see you here in the chat. Appreciate you calling in. Tony Mason in Dublin. Den Thorne managed to make it this week. So let's keep scrolling down. Ron Carrillo, Eyup Mr. and Mrs. Ricky. Thomas Newton from South Carolina. Tim Smith, by gum, this place is busy. It is good. It's good when it's busy. I like it when it's busy. Create love, happy. Eyup, grateful to be here. Thank you for being here. Doing great. Got a year older yesterday. That's what it was. So yes. Well, happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Marcel, happy birthday to you. You see, do you get this kind of service on any other channel, really? Do you get sung at? Sung, there's a difference between sung to or sung at. But many happy returns, Marcel. I hope you had a great day yesterday. Claude Capodestra, Eyup everyone from Canada. Canada A, Randy Smith, get them likes up. Let's have a look who else is in the chat. Rocket, Eyup everyone, Wednesday live session, brilliant. Yes, thank you very much. Let's have some of that. Frank Wirricks, hey guys. Dark happy birthday. Everyone's saying happy birthday. You did nice. This is it. This is what it's about, the chat, guys. It's the community that we get up here. I got John's here. Eyup, all lad. I've got to do that. He said that is. I'm going to give him a now then.
Now then, lad.
I always do that with John. He knows that. He likes that. Paul Staples. I like doing that. I just like pressing them buttons there. Like that. Ooh.
By gum.
Yeah. So we like pressing those there. Paul Staples from Australia, classical guitar player, wanted to join the rock and rollers. If you'll, yeah, of course we will, man. Well, of course we'll let you in, Paul. There's loads of room for rock and roll. Yeah, this is the one. Billy Joe here. He's in the chat. Who else have we got? Harry Groker from Wolves had trouble getting on. Oh, I think, well, we're on now. You're here. I'm reading your message, so it's all good. It's all good then, isn't it? Cody Lamar. Hello, Ricky. Been away a while. Let's hope it's for good reasons, not at Her Majesty's pleasure or something like that. Oh, I hope it was a holiday. Yeah, holidays. Let's hope it's some good things. Yeah, doing stuff that you like doing. But good to have you back anyhow, Cody. Back here in the chat. Let's have a look. Ken Guthrow, Eyup Ricky and Mrs. Ricky. I keep on thinking about getting her a T-shirt that says Mrs. Ricky on it. Philip Suban, I think that's how you say it. Hey, hi Ricky and all. Tim C. Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Ricky. True S. Armour. Sean is in the chat, guys. Sean's ready. He's already overtime. I'm not overtime. In my time, it's like I was on time. Right, okay, we're getting that. David Doty, get the chuffing book. Yeah, let's add that to broadcast. Get the chuffing book. It's worth it. Absolutely worth it. Let's have a little look. Mick England, which THR do I have? You have the THR5. I've got a THR10 too. That's what it is. It's a desktop size one. But the sounds on it are really incredible. The presets are just amazing. So that's I watched lots of videos on YouTube before I bought it. That's the thing. But this thing can control them. Yeah, that's better at controlling. I can see we've got 2 minutes 22, but I'm far down. I'm quite far down on this chat now. So Mike Marshall checking in from a late night of fun from the Los Angeles. Well, we hope it was good, clean fun. In case you ask, after late, that's the PDF Club. Oh, yes. What's PDF Club? Oh, look. We have this. We have the obligatory Wednesday night mug of Yorkshire tea. Hey up, folks. Hope you're well. Look after yourself and all that good stuff. Hey up. A sup to cheer you up. It's not too hot. You haven't put water in it, have you? You put cold water in. You never taint a cup of tea with cold water in top. I like it. Molten lava. That's Miss Ricky. Molten lava. It's got to be hot. I like it like that. You see, this dads are different. You see, we've got like asbestos hands and asbestos tongues. That's why we're always first in at the pizza, and that's why we can pick up things out of the oven. That's what it is. That's dad asbestos dad hands, asbestos dad tongue. That's what we've got. Yeah. It's a thing. Yeah, so it's a thing, really. So that survey needs a lol button. Ricky, give me. Oh, all right. That's it. Buy the book. All right. So Mrs. Ricky's put the link in there. Yeah, Dianagrams. That's what I like to call them. Ricky Bezos. Let's go down the chat. John Steer is in the chat. I think I've already said hello to John. Malcolm Dengate, hello. Got the guitar, book, tea, pencil and paper at the ready. That's what we like to hear. Stevie Boy sneaking in late. Who else? Shane Coyne, hi from Aussie. Woke up late last week and only saw the end. Crikey. You're here now. This is the main thing. Brian Gable, Mullard, not Mallard. Quack, quack. Peter Robinson in Brid. There we go. And we've got William Henning flying into the chat from Florida. Craig Tatton. We were disappointed. Oh, I've got 17 seconds. Hang on. No, can't. Oh, gosh. She's going to be right. She's going to be right again. Scott Simmons. Richard Hall. We've got Eva Dunstan in Swansea. Who else have we got? I'm scrolling. I'm nearly at the bottom. Dan Lafferty. Ready to go. David Fisher. Oh, no, it's run out. Oh, ye of little faith. This is the thing. This is what happens, Are you chuckling up there? Yep. She's chuckling. She knew it was going to be a thing. But I'm nearly at the bottom here. Major pentatonic. Hey up, Ricky. No. Yo, Ricky, what's up this week? We're doing the compound chords and we're doing pentatonics. We're mixing basically two simple chords shapes and pentatonics, and working them into something that we can just improvise and experiment with and play and have fun with. That's the whole thing, isn't it? It's all about having fun. If it ain't fun, what's the point, guys? You get to that age. I'm at that age now, and I was explaining to my sister, actually, it was her birthday yesterday, and I was on the phone to her saying, you're at that age now. She just turned 50. And I said, you know, now you're at that age where you can say, yeah, forget that. Yeah, I'm not going to swear. Yeah, forget that. But, you know, I'm too old for this nonsense. You know, when you get to be that thing, you're just like, yeah, it's all about having a good time. Yeah? So, there we go. Sandy B. We've got, who else have we got? Daryl Drinkwine, Noel Rodriguez. We've got Graham Morris. Which part of Lancashire? Oh, you cheeky bugger. Lancashire, I'm from God's own country. I'm from Huddersfield, Yorkshire, mate. This is it. Mine today. Oh, John's birthday, officially an OAP 66. 66. Only another 600 years to go, and you will be the age of the number of the beast. I don't know why I thought that one, but that's kind of what it is, isn't it? Officially an OAP. Is that the free bus pass and everything? Oh, I don't know if that's a good thing. I haven't been on a bus for ages. Anyhow, John S. made a 250 okay for you up for Lent. Made after 250-mile road trip. Oh, it's okay giving you up for Lent. Oh, not giving me up for Lent. Oh, thank you. Don't give me up for Lent. Joe Harvey, Costgold, California. We've got Cyril Johnson come in from Antrim. Bill and April in Myrtle Beach. Why some people show major pentatonic scale position 2 diagram, call it position 1. Might get into that, Bill. It might be useful if it is useful. Steve K in Boston. We have Hans and Elise. You won't believe it, but it's my birthday as well. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. It's like being at Pizza Hut or something, isn't it? It's like they keep on bringing out the sparkling cake thing. Happy birthday, dear Hans. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Oh, we like this. So let's have a look. We're going down the chat here. It's the same names I'm getting here. We've got Ingo Knoll. Good evening, sir. From the 3 NPS land. Oh, I'm really dying to do that lesson. Phantom is in the chat. John is in the chat. 3, 2, 1. Sean B. Don't stop it. Daniel Rogers. Ricky, bought your book. It's excellent. Danny Guitar Rogers. Oh, Chicago Blues Hall of Fame. Thank you very much, Danny. I appreciate you tuning in tonight as well. Much appreciated. Let's have a look. Red Walrus, we've done Red. Michael Hall is in the chat as well. Randy Smith, sudden death overtime. Give up. NKN, it's Nova. Christine in Norway, looking forward to some guitar. Good to have you here in the chat. Gary Book, this chat's not going down, guys. I keep on thinking it and it keep on refreshing it. It keeps on going. We've got Overage. Graham Morris, I'm from Germany. Will I be the last one? I don't think you will be, because I think the last one, I'm just about hitting it, and it is Albane, the Leather Master, in the house. I know that sounds a bit strange, but he is the Leather Master. If you ever need a fancy guitar strap or even, you know, like a leather cod piece making, then Albane is your man. We're at the bottom. Cliff Reese, late again. Andrew Bunnell in Melbourne. 6:25 here in Melbourne. I'm assuming that's in the AM. You know, it took too long. You have to go to football tonight. We'll watch the rest. All right, we'll see you. Enjoy the football. And we have my first time live session. Thought I was going to be late. No, you're not late, but because it's your first time, welcome. Thank you. And I'm going to get into the lesson right now. Here it goes. Let's go with this. Let's get rid of this business here. Right, so like I said, this whole lesson is all about showing you how to come at these 2-finger chords. Now, these 2-finger chords, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you through a journey. We're going to go through a journey and we're going to look at the E shapes from the cage system. If you know the cage system, then what we get is we get 5 shapes. We get the C shape, A shape, G shape, E shape, and D shape. Now, bear that in mind, yeah, because the reason I use the E shape is because of the 5R3 quality. If you know what I'm talking about, it's in the book. Yeah, the 5R3 thing, guys, this ties in. There are 2 other chords that 5R3 ties into. Yeah, I'm not going to give you the answer to that. I want you to figure it out, and if you know it, then you can put it in the chat, okay? You can put it in the chat. and then you can tell everybody. But the thing is, we're going to do this in the E shape, yeah? But we can apply it very easily to another 2 shapes from the cage system, yeah? So, and I expect, and actually, if there's any PDF clubbers in here, then I expect, yeah, to see some posts in PDF Club, yeah, of your homework of maybe working these out in those other 2. When you start triggering this, like connecting things, I want you to find out why I'm talking about these 2 extra shapes. I want you to discover them and go, all right, and then and by getting them yourself, yes. They're coming in the chat here. By discovering them yourself and working it out on a piece of paper. Yeah, because in PDF Club, there's loads of those blank worksheets. Print the worksheets off. Get your pencil. Don't use pen. Use pencil because you might have to rub stuff out if you get it wrong. It's just nice to just be able to do that. Work it out. And you'll be able to play these compound third chords. Yes, using those other 2 shapes. Okay? Using the other 2 shapes. So this is a transferable idea. There's more in this lesson than you think, guys. And that's always the thing that I want you to stretch the information. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, so this is what we're doing. This is the one we're looking at today, yeah? This is what it is, yeah? Compound third chords in the key of E minor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch. I'll put the old banjo down. It's not a banjo, by the way. I'll put the guitar down, and then what I'll quickly do is I'm probably going to do a blank sheet here. Let's get a blank sheet of paper, if I have one knocking around. Do I have one knocking around? Yes. All right, so many notes, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here, and then I will break it down, because what we're going to do, I'm going to switch over to my overhead camera. There we go. Right, so we've got the overhead camera on the go. Pen and paper at the ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to break down the E shape. We're just going to look at the E shape and we're going to extrapolate all the information we need to break this, the E shape, which is a 6-string chord. Let's just plot it out like this. I'm just going to draw it out like this. 6 there. So he's got 6 strings. There's the head note. There's the first fret wire. There's the second fret wire. There's the third fret wire. Okay, so we've got those. We've got those there. This is the first fret, second fret, third fret, and then what we've got is we've got this open string here. We're going to have a note here. This is the 5th. This is the root of the chord, and then this is the 3rd of the chord. So we have an E shape. We have an E shape here, okay? We've got the E shape there. Now, the thing to notice is, and I'll put these underneath here as well, because this is another root note. And generally, when I show something as a root note in a diagram, what I'll do is, if it's an open string, then I'll draw it. It looks like a fried egg. And then this one here, because this is an E string and this is an E string, this is going to be a root note as well. Worth noting here, guys, you can see that we've got a root, we've got a root, and we've got a root. 6 strings, 3 of them are root notes, which is why the E chord sounds so stable, because it's really rooted. Yeah, does that make sense? It's a rooty chord. Rooty tooty. Hang on, I'm a little bit squiffy here with the camera there. Right, that's better. I think that's better. We'll get there. Right, okay. So here's the thing. If we look at this, the 5R3, that contains everything we need for the triad. Yeah, everything that we need to make a triad is within that chord there. We've got a root, which we've got 3 of them, like I said. We also have a 5th here, so we've got a 5th and a 5th here. All right, I'll put this here, and then we've got 1/3. So there's just that note there. Notice that, guys. Look at that, because that's going to be important to this whole thing. Okay, we've got that there. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of non-essential notes. Now, the thing is, the root note, we need that because that defines the chord name. Right? It can't be called an E chord if it hasn't got an E in it. You know, it's like you get done by trading standards in the UK. If you had like a chocolate cake and it didn't have chocolate in it, you know, you can't call it chocolate cake. It would just be cake. Yeah, which I'd still have. So now the thing is, the job of the third here, what this is, and this is important, this is the emotion note, right? This is the emotion note. And that's the one that really, when you have that root note and that third there rubbing against each other, oscillating, then what happens is that creates the harmony that we need to create the emotion. So this is what I think of that as the emotion note. The fifth, is transparent, right? It's transparent. It doesn't add any color to the chord at all, really. It just stabilizes the root note. Yeah, and the root note, I should say, is the home note. Yeah, it's the foundation. Okay. MZ says, so it's stupid to try remember note names per chord like this, E, than root, fifth root, third, 5, R. No, that's not stupid at all. That is not stupid at all. You need to know where your intervals are, because that's what we're doing. We're looking at the intervals contained within the chords, because the intervals are your ingredients, guys. That's the thing, yeah. And those ingredients flavor the chord. They give the chord its flavor, and so much so that this is, you can think of this. Well, I could think of this as color. I usually think of this as a color note. So that gives color. Because the fifth is transparent, it has no color. So it doesn't add any emotion, which is why if you just played this note here, and let me just cut this off. I'm going off on a tangent. Tangent time! Yeah, if I just showed you this bit here, can you see I've got an open E and this second fret here? That's a fifth, a root and a fifth. That's a power chord. Power chords, yeah. So this is a difference. But power chords are also called dyads. That basically means a two-note chord, yeah. And we're doing two-note chords today, but the dyad, the power chords, because they've got the foundation note and the transparent note, you could put major, minor over the top. You can put whatever you want on top. They're a really sort of base kind of platform to build chords and emotional textures using other notes around. So your power chords, really useful. They don't commit to any sort of harmony. When you start modifying the power chords so that you move away from this fifth thing, then you start getting into different territory. But basically, what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this fifth. Yeah, it's not adding anything, just not adding anything to the whole of the to the sound of the chord. It's because it's transparent. It's just bulking it up. Yeah, it's stabilizing the root note. But the thing is, what we don't need to do is add that there. Richard says double stop. Double stops are two notes. Well, double stops can be anything. Basically, you're holding two notes, and that can be. You can call that a dyad, but they're usually root and fourth, root and third, or they're a bit more broader sort of term. But actually, well worth a lesson would that be. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get rid of the fifth there, and I'm going to skinny this chord down. I'm going to skinny it down. So essentially, all I want is, I just want to keep the root and the third. And what happens is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me just put this over here. That's chord box has gone a little bit wider than I wanted. What we do is we take that there, and then we end up with a root here. Yeah, I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to get rid of that. I'm not going to use that one. I'm going to get rid of that. Do I need this root here? No, because it's too close to this. What I want is I want this third that is over the octave. Now, if you remember, octaves work like this. So you've got octaves. You've got something called the simple octave, and then you get the compound octave. Okay? Right? And basically, that's one octave, and then the octave above that is called the compound octave. This third here is living inside the compound octave. Sometimes it would be called, so a compound third. Right, let's have a look. A compound third equals something called a tenth. I don't like that. That's old money. Yeah, if you're composing classical music years ago, then that would be a thing. This gets used in piano, But in guitar, it doesn't make much sense, because what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to associate the notes with the emotion so that we can readily use it and abuse it, for that matter. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this root here. We want that compound third that is in an octave higher, okay? Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, there's videos on the channel for that, yeah? So I'm going to get rid of this one here. Now, I've got another one here. There's no point putting this thin E string in here. So what ends up happening as a net result is we end up with that. That is the shape that we end up with, guys. So with this becomes a compound third, right? Compound third dyad, but it's a major one, okay? Because the distance there, that's a compound major third, okay? It's an E major chord, so we're using this here. Now, the beautiful thing about E minor, which is what we're going to be doing everything in today, we're going to be looking at the key of E minor, which its counterpart, its relative major, you can think of it as being G major. We'll dip into that as well, okay? So the beautiful thing about that is that all the open strings are fair game, yeah? So if you play that all the way across, yeah, you'll get something a bit funky. Don't try it. Don't do it. Because all we're really doing, is we're going to retain this business here. Yeah? We're going to get rid of those. X means don't play any of the other strings. We're only going to play the E string, and we're only going to play the G string. Yeah? I can introduce them later on once we understand where we're going. Now, the thing is, with this, right, as you know from triads, the two main triads that we get are major triads and minor triads. Okay, those are the first two. Those are the master triads, if you will. Well, the major is really the master triad. The minor is the first mutation. And what we do is, with the minor triad, the formula for the minor is, hang on, let me put it here. Minor is root, flat third, and fifth. Okay? Okay, so root, flat third, and fifth. Now, the same thing is going to apply here with this minor. We're going to do the minor thing again, and let me just show you. I'm going to change an E minor chord. And let me just turn this sideways. It's just a bit easier and a bit quicker. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let me draw another one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've done 7 strings on this one, guys. What's going on here? It's not 7-string guitar, but here, trusty Tipex tape to the rescue. There we go. I love that stuff. So, let's get this E minor chord in here, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We're going to do that as well there. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to have the fifth. Let's put this in here. The fifth, the root. And then what happens is we get this flat third just here, guys. You see that? Okay. Fifth root, flat third. What's happened is this major third, what you do is you make it less. And you make it less by losing 1 fret. So you go down 1 fret. So major third goes to minor third by going down there. So major third to minor third. Because majors and minors travel in pairs. I mention this all the time. Root, fifth, root. Now the thing is, the roots are still doing that thing. Yeah, they're still doing that thing where there's 3 of them. There's 2 fifths and there's 1 third, which is nice and easy for us to kill notes in this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the fifths. So let me just get rid of those fifths there. Okay, and then I only want this low bass sounding root note because this is the one. This is a good foundation because it's so far away from that note. You know, you can see it's like it's 3 strings away. So if we go from this to this, then it's gonna sound really quite rich, and I'll play it for you in a moment. Right, okay, so we're gonna take that root and we're gonna get rid of them 2 roots there, and then we end up with the flat 3 here. Okay, so same as before. What we do, we kill little strings here. Okay, it's all good until you start playing something you've heard but can't remember the name of it. Lol. I think that's tab. That's more to do with tab for me. So this would be the major. This is compound third. Yeah, again, dyad. but this is the minor shape. Yeah, and I should put that in there actually. Minor shape. And I'll put that in over here. Shape. My handwriting's awful today. So we've got the minor shape there. We've got the major shape. Now, here's what we need to understand. And that is, when it comes to key, yeah, major and minor. We've got the major and minor. And actually, I will get into it. But the thing is, what we need to just do is recap on this, guys. We've got two shapes. So now we have two shapes to go at. Yeah, we've discovered the major and we've discovered the minor. Okay. But what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the key, the minor key, because that's what this is all about. I said it was in E minor. Right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through. I'll just put the notes for E minor in here. So it's going to start on an E. Yes, we're going to get an F, but it's going to be an F sharp because that's in the key signature. G, A, B, C, D. We get 7 notes. That's the scale. That would be E minor. Now I want to retain my scale formula in here as well, guys. You know, so the scale formula that I want to retain in here is the root, the second, the flat third, the fourth, the fifth, the flat 6 and the flat 7. There's the scale formula, and you could call that the natural minor, the relative minor. It's the same formula as Aeolian, guys. There's a lot of AKAs going on here. So the thing is, what we do is we take that there, but we're going to transfer these, and we're going to turn these. We want to turn these into Roman numerals as well. Look, so 1, 2. Now the thing is, when we're in the minor key, what happens is everything switches around, yeah, and this becomes diminished. Okay, chord 2 is diminished. On this one we get chord 3, and chord 3 here, I put the flat 3 in. I'm reflecting the fact I can do it in numeric value with Arabic numbers here, but I can also do it in Roman numbers here. 4 here, the little dot tells you that this is a minor. Lowercase, no serifs. Can you see the serifs on this guy? That's telling me it's a major tonality. I get the same here. Look, so this is why it's important that I did a video a couple of weeks ago on Roman numerals on the channel. So we've got this stuff here. So we can see that what we get is, there's the chords as we work them out. But let me just put the tonality in underneath. We get minor, we get diminished, we get major, we get minor, we get minor, we get major, and we get major. And the astute of you may have realised, let me just get into this. I wasn't expected to do this. This is a tangent. But the astute of you may have realised that this chord 3 here is the relative major. Yeah? Let me put that in there. That's the relative major. So those are, now the thing is, if that was the relative major, that would be the first chord in the major key. Major, minor, minor, major, major. Let me just switch here. What did I tell you the other about a month ago to do for homework? To remind yourself, major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. Do you remember that? Well, this is what's happening here, guys. Major and minor are basically inversions of each other. So sneakily, if you're going to learn this as being the minor key, you're actually learning the major key if you understand where to jump in for that. Okay. So what we need to do is, and I can do this. I can do it here. If I go here and go G, A, B, C, D, E, that would be E again. And then I would get F sharp here. You could see that this would be tying now into my major key. So those would be the notes for my major key there. And then I would get minor on this, and then I would get diminished here. Basically, I'm just transferring those two there, taking them over there. Okay, so you can start there or you can start there. That's the minor key, and that's the major key, and this is called the relative minor. This is what you're doing when you do that finger thing, you know, when you're playing your major to your minor pentatonic. This is a super easy way to do it. Now, because I've got these M's and minors, diminished, majors, minor, minor, major, major, all this business, I'm going to put that on top of these notes now. So this is going to be E minor. Put an M on it to show that it's a minor. F sharp is diminished. Put the diminished symbol. G major, don't need to put anything on it. Chord 4 in the minor is minor. Put an M on it to show that it's minor. Chord 5 in the minor is minor. So we've got to put an M on it. Major, major. So you can see here, I could take this here, and you could write it out in a different way. You could even challenge yourself and say, right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to write out all the chords for this. And you'll find that, well, it's the chords in the key of G and the chords in the key of E minor. They're exactly the same thing. It's just where you start, guys. Just where you start. Just want you to see how that links and how that's related. If you struggle with that kind of duality of the notes, okay. So this is what we're doing here. So yeah, you're right. I'll write those chords out so you can see that in the key of E minor, we've got E minor, F sharp diminished, G, A minor, B minor, C, and D. Those are your chords, okay? Those are your chords, guys. And let me just, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the old guitar out and I'm going to just run through those chords for you. Okay? So, but I'm going to do them. You could look at those chords and think to yourself, okay, here's the E minor, okay? Here is the F sharp diminished. I'm going to play it as a minor, F sharp minor 7 flat 5. It's a bit nicer. I'm going to put the G on, A minor, B minor, C major, D, and you can hear it actually wants to go back to the E minor again, because that is the tonic. That's the tonic minor, the minor tonic there. So now I played those all as chords in the first sort of 3-4 frets here, yeah, just all closely voiced chords there. But what I can also do is I can take, and this is where we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. We're going to take the shapes, the E shape, and what we're going to do is we're going to play this all the way up the neck now. So I'm going to play E minor, F sharp diminished, G, A minor, B minor, C, and D, and this is all in an E shape, right? So here we go. Here's E minor. The next chord we want, well, I'm going to play it with that F sharp diminished, with the flat F sharp minor 7 flat 5, half diminished, yeah. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this here. That's the E shape, guys. That's the E shape. You can see, can you see the E shape there? If I take it off, can you see it looks like an E minor now? So there. Here's the A minor. But it's you can see the E minor shape is underneath it. Here's the B minor. E minor shape underneath it. We need a C next, which is the root note. It's just there on the E string. And then we get to the 10th fret here and we get the D shape. And then look at this. I'm up at my double dots here, which mean I'm back to my E minor shape again. So these are all E shapes. I mean, the diminished wasn't so much. Kind of it was, but it wasn't. But you can see it's all this same shape business going on. Now, hopefully, does this make sense? Okay. Yeah, I hope you guys are playing this up here. And what I'm doing is because this is an E shape, I'm tracking the root note. I'm tracking the root note by going on the E string. I'm going E's here on the 0 fret. The F sharp for the minor 2 chord here is on the 2nd fret there. That's an F sharp. There's the flat 3 chord, the major. Yeah, that is the G. There's the minor 4, which is the A there. There's the B, which is the minor 5. Then we move up here. We get the flat major 6 chord here. Yeah. Remember, I'm keeping these scale degrees. This is why I'm saying flat. Don't tie that in with the name of the note name. That's a C note. Yeah, I'm relating anything that I say when I say about the flat there. I'm talking about it in context of the structure of the minor key. Okay, so there's the C, there's a D just there, and that is the root note for the flat 7 chord, the flat 7 chord in the minor key, which is going to be a major as well. So I could happily play through all those. Yes, John. Yes, John. E major and E minor shapes only. So essentially we can move it up there. The only thing about this is it's not economical. You think about it, if you want to go from a C chord to an E minor like this, look. Over. You can see there's kind of folly in doing all that movement there. It's a proper workout. Yeah. So David says key of G major, E minor is the 6th chord. So could you not start the chord sequence from the relative minor scale at 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 AK? Yes, you could. You could think about it in that way. But really, David, that's still valid. I will say that that's still valid. The thing is that once you're there, also say to yourself and remind yourself that it is 6 is the 1, yeah, 7 is the 2, 1 is the 3. Does this make sense what I'm saying here? Yeah, in the minor key. You've got to think about the minor key in its own identity, as its own thing. Yeah, think of the minor key as the minor key. Yeah, we know it's related to the major, but if you just completely relate it to the major, to that, then you're going to miss out on some of the language and some of the connections that happen. Okay? So, hang on, let me get a sip of this. Hasta luego, amigos y amigas. Soy Nacardo. Right, okay. This is, I know that some of this is kind of like, it's kind of like Inception, and trying to get your head to move around it all is challenging. But once you do, then you see keys extremely clearly, because this applies to all 12 keys, so it's worth learning. It's absolutely worth learning, guys. So that's the thing, really. But that's the beauty as well of YouTube and videos and things like that. Just come back to the video, watch it again. Yeah, we from the timer, I wasn't far off. Now, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna zoom in down here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom. I'm gonna zoom in down here. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this here. This E minor shape. And remember what I did was I got rid of those extra thirds, I got rid of the additional fifths, and I was just left with 2 notes. I was left with the open E string, and I was left with an open G string. So if I just play those 2 notes by themselves, that there qualifies as being an E minor chord, because it's got the qualities there. There is no need there is no need to add any extra notes because it's all there. Now, Frank says F sharp diminished. There we have Frank. So look, now the thing is, because we're only dealing in thirds, and the formula for a diminished chord is a root, a flat third, and a flat fifth. Yeah. Well, we're not using a flat fifth. We're getting rid of the flat fifth. My teeth are falling out there. We've got a root and we've got a minor third, which is the same as a minor chord. So it's exactly the same shape. So look, now if I was gonna play as a diminished, then I would alter it. But for this here, I don't need it. The diminished shape is exactly the same shape as the minor shape here. Yeah. So we can add that there. So look here. That's chord 2 in the minor. Chord 1 in the minor. It's the easiest chord to play. Yeah? Worth noting as well, guys. Worth noting, the notes in an E minor chord are an E, a G, and a B. And if you think about it, if you look at these three strings here, these three strings are naturally, when they're played open, they are naturally tuned to an E minor. Look. So look, if I go up here, can I do it up here? If I play the harmonics there, I'm playing it. If I'm playing something in E minor, I can add those harmonics because those are an E minor chord. The open strings there, which is cool. This is why this is cool, because you know the only string, and I'll just switch to this actually. The only note that's got any alteration on it is the F sharp, and we don't have an F sharp, an F string. Yeah, so it means that all the open strings become fair game in this, which is interesting. So if I go like this, and I'm just going to play, I'm going to play the E string, the G, the B, and the other thin E string. Yeah. We get an E minor chord. Yeah. That's a song. I'm not going to play it because they are blockers. Yeah, just like yeah, I thought it would be F sharp. F sharp minor. No, it's F sharp diminished, John. Yeah. If we look here, let me show you the chart. So we can see we've got an E minor. We've got an F sharp diminished. Yeah, because that is a second up. It's a whole step above the root note of the scale, which would be an E. Okay. So we're keeping that scale formula in there. That's a whole step above there. Okay. David got it. I'm not playing. I can't play it because they copyright and block and everything else like that. And videos get taken down, and then then things happen when we definitely don't go near any Eagles stuff. So we've got this. We've got this shape here. So I'm getting back to these guys. Yeah. Now you can see that what I've done is essentially I've taken those open strings there, that shape there. If I was to fret those, I would do it behind there like that. There's no need to because it's behind the head note. But look, I'm just moving that same shape up here. So this is the minor shape, and it's also the diminished shape. Now here's what I can do. If I take this up here to this 3rd fret here, yeah, Lars will get me. He will. This is the G note, right? Okay, and in the key of E minor, this needs to be major. And what I do is I take the minor 3rd and I move it up 1 fret. Now I like to play it like this. I let the 3rd finger be an anchor throughout this as well. So look at how that 3rd finger stays on the G string there. So, and the 1st and the 2nd fingers play the root notes for the chords. And like I said, E, F sharp, G, A. So let's go up there. So we've got minor, diminished, major. Okay. Next chord's going to be minor. So I switch back to that shape, which uses the middle and the ring finger there. You know, you can see I've got the hand of rock there. Yeah. So you can already hear. So you can already hear the melody that's going in there, but we just have the bare essentials of the chord going on there. Yeah, so here we got chord 4 now. So it goes major, diminished, minor, diminished, major, minor, minor. Let me put these 2 minor ones on because they're the same shape. And then let's add it to the other ones that we did going down the neck. And hopefully you can hear that we're playing the major scale. The minor scale. There. Okay. And then what I've got, which is really useful to know, and let me just zoom out, guys, because I really need to look in the whites of your eyes and tell you this, because this is key information, right? Okay. Ricky did the lesson, and there was a lot to learn, but the things that I want you to spot, I want you to spot something, because this is critical for when you're working out songs as well. If you're working out songs, you need to understand this. There's two minor chords that are a step apart from each other, and there's two major chords that are a step apart from each other as well. Yeah, and if you can work out what they are, you can work out what key a song is in. Yeah, so you look on Ultimate Guitar, yeah, look at the trending songs, and you look at a song, pick a song, look at the chords. Try and work out, and you work, and you'll see if there's two minor chords, then that's going to be an indicator of what key you're in. You just spot that, and you go, oh, there's two minor chords, there's two major chords, and you can see the sequence, and then all you have to do, it's like Sudoku, you fill in the rest of the blanks, okay? So that's what we want to do, but let's just show you this. So I'll show you what that means. Yeah, because it doesn't really get into it here with the minor, diminished, major, okay? That's a bit more obtuse, whereas here, minor, minor, a step apart, okay? Now if we move up a half step, the two majors are next to each other, which is useful. The two majors are there, so this is chord 4, yeah, chord 1, minor, so I'm all talking about the minor here, minor, minor 2, minor 3, minor 4, minor 5, minor flat 6, and this is a C major chord. It's just the bare essentials, the root and the major third. Root, major third for the D major chord here. But you can see that's a step apart there, look. I thought I did this before, it was the Venga bus. Yeah, and then when we get to the 12th fret, what happens is we get back to chord 1. So chord 1, chord 2, chord 3, chord 4, chord 5, chord 6, chord 7, and then we're back to chord 1. Okay? Because that's all we're doing, is we're following those notes. This means that this becomes a transposable idea. Now I can't ring any of the open strings. If I was to do this, say, in another key, let's just transpose it quickly into G minor. There, I'm starting on the minor shape. Yeah, up a whole step, I get my diminished. Now I need to go up a half step to get my major, which would be my chord 3, my flat 3 minor. Then I know I go up a whole step, and I've got the two minor chords living next door to each other. And then a half step up, I get the two major chords. And then I go up a whole step to get back to where I started. So this is completely transposable. Now, will any of the open strings allow me to do things like this? So let me just zoom in here. Now this is E minor. And remember what I said to you, that this B string is from the E minor chord, and this E string's from the E minor chord. Well, hang on, I can add those. So what I'm going to do is, like I did there before with the, I can do that there. Well, I can do it now. The 12th fret is E minor. Yes, Frank. So we've got that there. But I'm adding extra texture by adding the B and the E string there. I'm keeping those B and E string ringing throughout. Now, can you hear that? Adds an exotic texture to this. Okay. Move it up a step again. There's some tension in that, even though it's a major sound. Now, if you take this and you play it in the guitar shop, yeah, you play that sort of idea there. You play that in the guitar shop. This is a really good reason why you should do that. It gets you to be able to check out all the way up the neck and see if any frets are choking out. Yeah, you get to feel what the guitar feels like all the way up the neck. You know, you can even take it. I can target it further up. until I run out. Of frets, okay? So the thing is, we can move in and amongst these, and they sound really cool in E minor. Yeah, it's really beautiful, and this is why it sounds melancholy. It's sad guitar. This is an E minor with an added 9 though. This is one of my faves. Then I put a 7 in there. Yeah, it's just a nice chord. Okay. But then you can start to think to yourself, okay, if your muting is any good, let me just zoom in on this as well, yeah? If your hand muting is any good, I'm holding down the root note here, and I'm muting the A string and the D string there, and I'm muting the B string and the thin E string with my pad of my third finger, and also with part of my first finger here. I can strum these as chords. Somebody mentioned Joni, yeah, Joni. So they will strum, okay? They will strum as well. If you're good at muting, then you can see them. Now, another reason this is excellent, guys. Another reason this is excellent is because say you are playing a standard grip, okay? Say you are playing an A minor here, and you want to know where the third is. Then what this does, it tells you exactly where to look. I know where that flat third is. So if I've got this E minor chord, flat third, I'm landing on that flat third when I want to. Yeah. Yeah. I could change. I could mess around. I could see. So, hopefully you can see how I'm getting to this other stuff. So it just shows you, just by learning these, you get to spot the important notes within the chord. Okay, the emotion note. Now, these aren't the only notes you're gonna need to target. There is going to be other notes that you're going to target as well. Right, as well, and that's what we're going to do. So hopefully that makes sense to everybody. We've got quite a distance with this. I think there's a learning curve. There's a learning curve with this one, guys. But what I'm going to do is, and like I said, the idea is the whole of the thing. Really, I think for improvising is if you state the chord. And then you improvise with some scales, triads, licks, whatever it is that you want to do, yeah? Then go back to the chord. You almost sandwich a musical idea. You create, it's complete in itself. It's a musical cell, if you want to think about it that way. So what I can do is, and I'm going to play this up. I know actually what I won't do is I'll play it down here. I'll play it with the... Got this here, and I'm going to play box 1 of my minor pentatonic, and this is what takes us into this is the one that takes us into page 73, lesson 67 of the book. Hang on, if you don't have the book, you need the book. Okay, 80 lessons all in there, all with videos showing you how to do this stuff, guys. Okay, so we've got that going on there. Just put that up there, just so that you... I don't want you to miss out. I want you to get started. I want you to play stuff. I want you to have fun. I want you to enjoy yourself. I want you to like get home from work and just relax and just play guitar and play stuff. And there's no commitment to recording it or playing it for other people, because you're playing it for yourself. And it's just like you play it, and it's like bathing your soul in kind of like this place that there's nowhere else competes with it. Do you know what I mean? It's something for you. When you play guitar and you get lost in it, you know that when you do that, when you play guitar and you get absolutely lost in it, that's when the good stuff is happening. And if you get lost in it and just leave the troubles of the world behind you, just for that little moment, that window, yeah, then this is what it's all about. And I just want everybody to be able to tap into that and just gain some peace in this madness. Right? Okay? This is the thing, yeah? This is why the guitar... I think the guitar... When I was a young man, the guitar saved my life. The guitar saved my life. Really did. And I've been ever so grateful ever since. So I think it's one of those things, guys. It's like, you know, I just implore you. I'm going off on a bit of a waffle here. Yeah, I implore you not to overthink it. Yeah, not to overthink it, because it's really simple. It can be as simple as you need it to be to fulfill that job of being there for you, of offering you that space, okay? Or to offer you that headspace to just say, yeah, you know, and if you've got a half decent guitar, jobs are good un, okay? Just jobs are good un, and that's it. And you just soothe your soul for half an hour. That's all it is. You don't need to be a rock star with it, you know. It's therapy. It's just probably cheaper than a therapist. Oh, hang on. I don't know if you're buying Les Pauls and Marshall Stacks, maybe not. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Okay, that's what I'm saying to you. Yeah. Now, so like I was saying, this is an E minor, right? And I'm going to put box 1 on it. Now it's a little bit trickier to see box 1 because we've got the head note. But essentially, you need to know is just it goes 0-3 on the E string. Let me zoom in. Okay. 0-3, 0-2, 0-2, 0-2, 0-3, 0-3. Okay. Those are the notes. So you can even put the full E minor chord in if you want. Yeah, so I can put that there, and I can play those chords there. Oh, this is a Pacifica. It's a 612V. Is this one? Yes. Who asked that as well? Actually, who was that on? About the guitar. Can't see. It's gone. It's gone in the chat. Okay, so we could do that, but. Now, I've got this pattern down here, but because this is the 0 fret, yes, and somebody said that they thought of the 0 fret as this as being the double 0 fret in the PDF club. And I thought, what a great little observation, okay? But this one here, Randy, theory shouldn't make you feel dumb. You know, it shouldn't do. You know, what you're probably trying to do is consume too much at once, okay? That's all it is. But the important thing is get your hands working, get your fingers doing as they're told, get your strumming doing as it's told, get your note picking doing as it's told. Yeah, get the technique first. The theory will come later. It will slowly sink in, because if you're battling the guitar physically, battling it mentally with theory at the same time is going to overwhelm you, and that's why you feel it makes you feel stumped dumb. You're not, yeah, you really aren't. It's just that you need to go at it slowly, yeah. Okay, but theory's great. It will get there eventually. So let me get back to this. I'm going to play box 1. Like I say, all these open strings, they're all in a row, aren't they? Yeah, I can play all these here. 12th fret, those are all up, those are all the notes. So what I can play is I can play the pentatonic box pattern up here as well. This is a good place to learn to play it, guys. You'll have a lot of fun doing this. So that's 12, 15, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 14, 12, 15, 12, 15. Okay? We get the 3 and the 2 really visible here. That pattern, 3 strings using the same spacing. And then we get the 3 here, and this is a 2. Okay? Now what I can do is I can tie in that idea that I said of chord, yeah? A bit of lead, lick, triad, whatever you want to do, and then another chord to sandwich it, and then that's the goal. That's the whole goal. So you think to yourself, all right, okay, I'll start this bit here. I've gone E, F sharp, G, A minor, B minor. So I'm going to play this B minor here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sit on it a little bit. Put the E in. Yeah? So I'm playing that pentatonic scale there. I could actually just play it, let it sit. You just go down the scale. Yeah. So I'm going in here, okay? And I'm using all those chords. Now the thing that you might have noticed is as I move down here, I've got to come all the way up here. Yeah, and I don't want to do that because what I want to be able to do is I want to play those 5 boxes in sequence next to each other. So this one, because it's box 1 pattern. Yeah, that. I'm relating it to that E minor chord there. Forget about this one here. Yeah. But the G major here, this is what we want to think of as being box 2. There's the 3 grouping. Compensate. There's the 2. There's the mirror wraparound. Okay? Yeah? So that major pattern there, that puts me there. Excuse me. Now the cool thing, I love this, and I just need to show you my smiling happy face for this, because this is a super easy win, yeah, and this is a really good way of spotting this as well. When you play those 2 minor chords that are next to each other, yeah, what happens is box 3 sits right on top of that, yeah, so which really shows that 3 plus 2 way of playing your pentatonics. Look, here's the 3. Same pattern. Goes up a step, goes up a step, goes up a step 3 times. That's why it's the 3. Next we get the 2, which goes up a minor 3rd, and then we compensate, goes up a minor 3rd again. Yeah? I can even borrow notes from the scale itself. So we're superimposing the scale over where two chords live, yeah? So they all live in the same place, okay? You can mix major and major, minor and major pentatonic as well, Gary. You can, but it's a little bit harder when you're in the minor key, yeah. So, but look, we've got that there. Now, remember, we've got these two minors. They're a step apart. Now, what we get is called flat 6 here. I'm going to take a sup of this tea from this fine, handsome mug, and I should just mention, guys. If you look in the merch shelf below, the pentatonics, this pentatonic lesson, yeah, I'm being a blatant salesman here, yeah, that pentatonic lesson that you get there, that's a mug, and it's down below in the merch shelf. So if you wanted that diagram on the thing with it all explained, then you could have that, and then you take it to work and sup your tea and your coffee, yeah. So we take this here. Okay, I didn't even take a sup, did I? Gary, we can throw in all the modes, mate. We can throw in a lot more. But what we need to do is we need to keep it fairly chill. And because we've got these 2-note chords, we're not committing. We're not committing to like expensive sounding chords where it's tighter. There's not as much maneuverability in what notes you can use. Okay, the smaller chords are, yeah, the smaller the chords are, the less notes that they have, the more range you have to put what you want on top to create, you know, different tensions and different releases. Okay, Graham says, what defines the pattern you use? The root note of the chord. Yeah, because I'm in the minor, this is very easy for me to see this. Yeah, it's the root note of the chord. Because I know that on chord 4, in the minor, which is this A minor here, I know that's going to be box 3. Yeah. Yeah, keep it clean, keep it simple, until you get a good command over it, because it's always better to do the simple things well than the difficult things badly. Yeah? Okay? No need to rush ahead. No need to rush ahead. You know, remember, I always say at the end, like, who are you doing it for? Yeah. So we take that there. Now, we take this C chord here. And this C chord, this note here always shows me the way. It's this little shape here. Shows me that little kink in the 3 here. Compensate. Group of 3. There's the 3. Here's the 2. Yeah, in a different string set there, in a different string pair. Oh, you can see that there. You can see how you might change this around, get some interesting chord shapes. How do I know it's box 3? Because of where it because of where it sits. Because I know this is box 1 in the minor. The box 1 is minor. Now those notes that are played there are intersecting with the notes of the next box, which is this one. And then that intersects with the box that is the next box, which is box 3. They stack, the boxes, they stack into each other like Lego or Tetris, if you want to think of it in that way. Yeah, so that belongs to that pattern. They all glue into each other. They dovetail in. Okay, and that's the way to think about these scales, and it's the easiest way. And I know that 4 is going to be next. Okay. Yep, so this is cool. Now, the thing is, okay, I've got loads, chords are really close to each other. Look at that. There's the C major triad. Here's the E minor. So I don't just have to rely on scales, like I was saying. Yeah, this one. Same, the triple stack. So I like that one there. It's where your boomer bends are. Yes, Plaff and Jens. Yeah, there are only 5 boxes and 7 chords. Yeah, if you notice what was happening, what I did is for chord 4 and chord 5, I just used 1 box. Because it straddles both of those, okay? That's the easiest way I think about it. And chord 7, that gets swallowed up by the box 1. It's underneath it. Yeah, but we don't need, there is no subset box that we need. We just need the 5 pentatonic boxes. They superimpose. This will be in the PDF that goes in PDF Club as well. So I'll show you where the superimpositions happened, where they overlay each other. Right, so then we're left with this D major chord here. Yeah. Right, okay, so we had box 4 here. Oh, sorry. Now this one's one I call wardrobe doors. With the 2 is the one lives there. Right? It's very much a symmetrical scale because it's the same pattern. It goes 2, 2. Sorry, step, step, minor third, step, step. And if you split, do you know what I mean by those old wardrobes, guys? Do you remember? I'm big at bringing up traumatic memories from childhood here. You'd move into a house, yeah, and there'd be some goddamn awful wardrobe, yeah. There'd be some awful wardrobe. I'm going to have to draw it now. There'd be some awful wardrobe that the people who lived there before left behind. Yeah, I'm sure people are upcycling them and all that sort of stuff now, but they'd always have some sort of thing with them. And this is what I don't know. Maybe this is it. I'm very visual. Yeah, nothing to do with Narnia. You know these wardrobes that were like that? Do you know what I mean? And it was like a thin walnut veneer or something, and there'd be like decoration around the edges there like that, and then a handle here and a handle here. Who remembers them wardrobes? Oh, yeah, they are probably decently built, actually. You know, yeah, but like that, and that bit was always fake. It was always just level like that there, and proper things sang your trousers up in, right? These wardrobes. This is what box 5 reminds me of. Right? I know this sounds weird. I know it sounds weird, but look, the pattern that if I play it up like here, like this, see if this makes sense. See if you can see it. That wardrobe, all right? Because it's very visual. Let me just get my hand in here. Can it? Is it? All right, is that better? Hang on, no, it's not going to do it. Okay. So we've got this. Yeah? That's one of the doors. Yeah? That's the right-hand door. Here's the left-hand door. members, he's hidden many of them. They are antiques. Chipper up. Yeah, Tombstone Doors. Yes, that's it. That's the one. Who'd have thought a guitar lesson would end up talking about antique wardrobes? Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, you always got it from your grandma in your first house. And there's always be two in grandma's as well. So yeah, there was two of them knocking around. So along with those duvets that had the little bits in them when I was a kid, I used to pull them out like mad. You know, do you know what I'm on about? It's like you'd have your normal blankets before duvets. So Mike Marshall says, you mentioned proper technique. If I learned my guitar from the streets, do you got any resources you recommend as a guitar reform skill? Fear my bad habits are too ingrained. The first thing is how you think about it is going to determine your success, Mike. If you think your bad habits are too ingrained, then what you're doing is you're closing the door to learning new habits. It takes, apparently the research is that it takes 60 days of doing something for it to become a habit. And what you have to do, you have to overwrite or create new memories. You're not too old for it either, because that would probably be the next thing that you might say, like, right? You just have to think to yourself, I'm just learning a new skill. That's all it is, you know. So you imagine your wife invited you along to you know, decoupage class or something like that. I'm just being random here, Mike. Yeah, she invited you to decoupage, and you never had it. You don't even, if you don't, decoupage is what people did to those wardrobes. You get magazine pictures, and then you'd laminate them onto the front of the doors to make them look interesting. Yeah. So, but just imagine you're going to go do something. You're going to learn how to knit or crochet, whatever. Right? It's a completely new skill. Your mind doesn't go, oh, hang on, no, I can't do this because it's too ingrained. The same thing, you have to take the same approach with guitar. You have to take the same approach with guitar. Otherwise, you're not allowing the door to open to you believing that you can do it. Because that's half the battle, is believing that you can do it. Believing it's possible. Yeah, if you can't believe it's possible, then you won't try. Yeah, and then, you know, and I always say, you know, what could human beings do for themselves, yeah, if they got out of their own way? Yeah, and that's what you've got to do. You just got to get out of your own way, suspend what you believe, yeah, about yourself, yeah. I know it's hard as you get older, but the thing is, you just got to suspend that belief, yeah, and just say, right, Rick, or even just put it on me. Just Ricky says, I've got to look at it this way, yeah. Ricky says I can do it, right, and so that's it. Defer it, defer it, and then you're not responsible, okay? So look. You just got to open your mind, and then once you do that, then the information will go in a lot easier. Make it practical, something based around, you know, songs that you know and you love as well, and then you'll be super motivated to use the stuff, the new stuff. You know, proper technique. Technique is I did a big lesson on it, and in fact, actually, I've done a little mini course on it. It's Ready to Rock is that one, actually, but I haven't released it yet. So that's what you've got to do. You just got to focus. Take your time. You know, don't get too annoyed with yourself, or don't get frustrated. Don't let the frustration sneak in. Yeah, because that kills the vibe, doesn't it? Really, when you think about it. Yeah. Hopefully that makes sense, Mike. What would Ricky do? Have a cup of tea. Look out window. Just think for a bit. Yeah. Collage. Yeah, collage. You can do a collage. Decoupage. I'm using fancy French words there. Right. So okay. So the thing is, guys, does this make sense? So what you can do now, and this is the thing, yeah, that you want to do with this, is you play these chords. And then you add the shapes. Play it like that. Do you know what? You could just strum them. I'm gonna turn the volume down on this for a bit because let me just say, because with this, if I just strum this here, and I'll turn the volume up. We're just playing 3. It's B minor, A minor to G. So you could use it as a strumming thing when you think to yourself, oh, well, I keep the chord shape simple, but I want to make it interesting sonically. So just put some different chords on. You know, what I'll do is I'll take that D. I'll take the D there. D to an A minor to a G. D, A, G. That's what I'm going to play. And look at that, and it's forcing me to target, yeah, where I'm going to move up to here. Because that's a skill, that's a technique in and of itself. Oh, thank you very much, Ralph. I appreciate that. Add into your toolbox. Well, thank you for the super chat. Yeah, does this make sense? Or just 2 chords. It doesn't have to be 3 chords. Look, I'm going to go from the D to the G. Couldn't help it but add the other chords in there. Okay? Hold 1. So this is going to work on acoustic, guys. And it'll find out whether your acoustic setup is spot on as well. So, Fricky says, I can go with that. No worries, Mike. No worries at all. Okay, so I think that just about covers it, guys. So really, boil it down, summarize it. The summary is, we've got compound chords in the key of E minor. We're adding the pentatonics to it, and then what we're doing is we're just building little improvisations around it that chill us out, give us something to practice strumming with, something to practice scale patterns with. You know, just lots of scope with this. It's really flexible, and you've got to experiment with it and find out what works for you. That's the whole thing, really. What floats your boat? Am I muting the A and the D strings? Yes, I was muting strings that I didn't. I was muting the A string, really. Yeah. Oh yeah, I was muting the D string as well. So that's the one. Okay, and yes, Paul, thank you very much for tuning in today, and have a wonderful day at work. If there can be such a thing, but you know, the day is underway. That's the thing. That's what we've got to do. I've been playing Tripping Billy's DMB, and now I understand. I don't know what that song is, but I'll have a look. I'll have a little nosy at what that is. Guys, like I say, if you didn't know, this was basically 2 lessons from the book. You can get the book here. It's 80 lessons in a book. It's bloody good, if I say so myself. You can join the Fretboard fraternity just here as well. It's a free online community, and you will find that it's links up to any of. If you've already got a digital download of the book, all the videos are in there. All 80 of the book videos there, just nice and easy. Reference them. You don't have to go onto YouTube and suffer ads. There's no ads as well. The ads get stripped out because the website acts like an ad blocker, so you don't get YouTube ads. So that's cool. And if you want to check out PDF Club, here's the link to check out PDF Club. It's also in the chat. Mrs. Ricky will put it in the chat. It's also in the video description below. And PDF Club members, I'll be scanning these, but I'll also do another sheet with the superimpositions for these chord shapes. and how they line up with the pentatonics, and that will be going in PDF Club exclusively for PDF Club members. And guys, if don't sleep on PDF Club, because like I say, the price is going to go up soon, because it's costs and all that stuff. It's got to happen, I'm afraid. But obviously, if you get yourself in the Fretboard Fraternity and click in the Learning tab, it's discounted in there, guys. But if you want to check out what it's about, then it's all there. Okay, Mrs. Ricky's put that in there. What remains is to, if you've enjoyed this lesson, please just wallop that like. That would be brilliant. And thank you for turning up today. A lot of you have turned up today. At the now regular time. We're back to the regular time of 7 p.m. And I would just take this moment to tell you, remind you. Hopefully you've got the idea that who you're playing guitar for is for you. Just that weekly reminder, who you're playing guitar for. It's not for anybody else. If anybody else doesn't appreciate it, it's known to happen, then, you just have to, find somewhere to go and do it for yourself. Even I used to have a van guitar. I used to take in the camper van. It was an old relic that was horrible at staying in tune, but it was enough to get my guitar fixed for the day. If I didn't, I take a guitar everywhere with me wherever I go on holiday. But this is the thing, it's like, it's for you guys. So don't quit. Yeah, don't quit. It's a gift you are giving yourself. So who won the soccer match last week? Which one was it last week? Spurs, wasn't it? Man City, Spurs. Man City won. We like that. Yes. I also had a wonderful time going in and seeing Man City in the FA Cup quarterfinals. Round 5. They're now through to the quarterfinals. Yes. So, anyhow, thank you very much for tuning in tonight. And all that remains is for me to say goodbye, and I'll see you next week for another groovy guitar lesson. Remember, look after yourself, look after each other, and don't take the world too seriously. Play your guitar. It's good for you. Yeah, do that. See you later.